Thank you very much. So yeah, my name is Saifullah. I am a senior Salesforce developer working on app-based product from company name as Lead IQ. I worked as a in Google also as a Salesforce developer. Recently wrote a book on cloud computing using Salesforce. It is pretty useful for beginners uh, and beginners as in those who want to go into the admin or developer world. Salesforce. I am also a community leader of Salesforce developer community, and recently started corporate training also. So that's about it about me. And if I want to talk about this topic, that is myth of security review and AppExchange. So in this, I wanted to talk to you about these topics. First is like what is AppExchange, how if you are building or trying to find a solution, or if you are trying to if you are working for some company and you are building an app and you want to get it accepted on AppExchange, how you will think about it. Then first of all you have to build a solution, and then, when you are ready for it, it will be managed package, but Salesforce will only accept if you will pass their AppExchange security review. So we will check, we will see about that also, like what is the checklist in the security review, what are the common threats that Salesforce want to consider, and and you also have to consider about that. And there are multiple tools that Salesforce is offering, multiple other companies are offering, that we will talk about. If there are some issues that Salesforce is saying it is a threat or it is a security, it is exploiting their security, we have to tell them like what is the reason it is happening. So it can be false positive. So we will see about that also. If you have some questions and you are not getting familiar, or again and again it is getting dropped, you can schedule the office hour appointment with the Salesforce team. They would tell you what was the reason that it got failed, and they will also suggest you. We will just also lastly we will see about, because normally for the standard things Salesforce always consider about the security, but when you are developing or building using the coding, you have to check about the coding violations also. And after that you will be ready to get it uploaded on the AppExchange. Yeah, right. So first of all, if we will talk about what exactly is AppExchange, I will not go into detail for this because my topic is normally on security reviews. I will directly go into that. So AppExchange is basically app store of Salesforce, where any developer, any companies can upload their app using developer org. And there are more than 7,000 right now. I can say more than 11,000 app is already uploaded on Salesforce. As you can see also, there are more than 11 million installs already happening, right? If you will say like what exactly on AppExchange, so you can say 7,000 apps, multiple apps are there, components are there, lightning bolts components are there, lighting data solutions are there. Also some certified consultants are also there if you want to hire them, or there are multiple companies that is also available on there for reviews. Why AppExchange is needed, you already know about this, so I will not go into detail mostly, because you don't have to work from scratch. It will in a click you will get a solution if it is as per your need. So that will be easy. How you will go into that, go to the AppExchange, find any solutions. If you are familiar with this, check their document, check their checklist and videos and demos. If you are okay with it, tries to install it. If it is free, it's okay. If it is purchasable, there will be option how to purchase it. And they will be the developer will be always there, or the team will be always there to support you if there is some issue in their app, in their something, right? So if you are building, if you are planning to build an AppExchange solution, right? You have to, first of all, you have to do what exactly you have to do. You have to sign up for a Salesforce partner program. You can directly search this, sign up for Salesforce partner program. You will be able to, sign up. And then you will receive an email. You can, you can check you are a verified business org or not. If you are done, then you will only have the access, of that, like you can upload the package or all. So this is just, you can say prerequisite. You have to sign up for Salesforce partner program. It's very simple. It is given there on Salesforce. So you just have to go with that. There are some trailheads also in which you will find the resources for that, and it will give you AppExchange solutions, right? So if you are, when you are doing the Salesforce partner org, what you have to do, you have to just go for Salesforce support, where you can create a case and you can tell them about your, what is the reason. So you are requesting for partner business org, and you can choose all the conditions and click to create a case. When you are done with it, you will receive an email, and after some time it will get verified. There will be multiple questions or multiple documents to fill. When you will be doing that, after that, they will give you a credential login. You can log into that org and you can check. It can be your org also, or they can also provide you the org, and you will be able to do that. How you will verify? You can check into their developer org, into your org. Basically, it will be a developer org. So you have to check if there is an environment hub available or not. If an environment hub is available, this means you are a correct verified Salesforce partner business, right? So that was all about like how you can do that. So as I was saying you, first of all, it is basically you have to join as a partner community. Then you have to build your solution. Then upload it on AppExchange listing. We are not publishing it. We are just uploading it, and then they will do the security review. There will be some questions and all, and they will try to check it, scan your all the applications, everything, all codes basically. When you are done with this, when it security review is passed, then you can only publish the listing, and any customers or any users can use it or download or install it, right? So this is basically, until now, we have not talked about security review. We have just talked about how to do it. And I was very brief and very fast in that, because, our main topic is something else, right? So let's talk about security review preparation. So I will not talk about like how you will build the solution. Obviously, you have a design in your mind. You know what exactly you want to build. So suppose I want to build a clinic app. I want to build an FSL org. I want to build anything on Sales Cloud or something. So you already have that set of mind. You already have built LWC component, or fields, objects, flows, and everything for that. Now when you will upload it, you have to be very careful about security review, right? So we will first of all talk about what are the reasons, or will be the reasons to your security review can get failed, or it will not get rejected. So first reason will be you have to check your SQL queries are not vulnerable. So it should not go into the injections. There will be no injections options to go with that. I will go into that detail how you can handle it. There are multiple options to do that. If you have heard, there are multiple options also, like record sharing violations. So suppose your all classes are basically without sharing. So Salesforce will ask why it is without sharing. It should be with sharing. Without sharing can give everyone every access, right? So these type of things will be there. There is last one is XSS, that is cross-site scripting. So some others websites can interfere with your app and inject something that can be vulnerable for that. And last one is like they will want to know like if other customers is getting access, or any person who is going to sign up using this, how you will handle that authentication and all options, right? So these will be the multiple portions. I will go into detail one by one, so that's why you don't have to worry. So first example is this SQL injection, right? In this SQL injection, as you can see, someone wrote this code, right? And this is very simple one, where condition is there, name like Bob is there. But if someone is writing this test % and that, then or name like that, right? Now this query is because there is a percentage, there is a single quote. That what will be the problem? This problem will be anyone can use anything before that, and this query will be vulnerable. They can choose it. So what normally we want to tell them, tell them like you can use the single escape quote, right? So thing should be single escape quoting. So any variable that is coming from any any external parameter, you just have to single escape it. So before that, like no one will be able to put anything like percentage or comma or a single escape quote or anything. Like escape quotes single quotes should not be there, or name like nothing should be there. So any word that can create the problem in a SQL query, you should be aware of it. So I don't know, user can put anything, right? So you just have to be aware of how you will fill it. So I will not go into more detail, like, how SQL injection work. You can just search SQL injection and check how you can, how you can be aware of it, how you can resolve that issue. So the simple issue is like any variable is there, string is there, you just have to single escape quote is. So if it will be, string will be already, you can say sanitized, there will be no problem for SQL injection, right? Okay, now the next topic was sharing violation. So yeah, you have to check if you are, updating a field, you have to check if it is, updatable. If you are creating a record, you have to check if it is creatable. So you have to check before doing any DML operations, right? So you have to write that code there. Otherwise, Salesforce will tell like this is the problem. Similarly, it is FLS. FLS is field level security. Similarly, the Salesforce will also check about any test class in which there is no assertion. So till now, you already know, like, when you are doing any test classes, writing any test classes, there are only needed 75% coverage. Salesforce doesn't check or take care about, like, you are using assert or not, assert equals or not. But here, when you are, applying for security review, they will check for security review, assert equals also. So, suppose a trigger is there, right? And trigger is updating some fields. So you have to put the assert equal to check after the trigger what is the value was updated or not. So these type of asserts should be there. Anything that can be updated, that can is something is doing by the code, you have to check the asserts with the asserts, like what was the expected behavior and what is the actual behavior. You have to check it, right? The last one is anywhere if you are updating one record, Salesforce will tell you why you are updating only one record. Tell me or give me one reason. Otherwise, you have to always, do the bulkification. So bulkification will also check. Normal bulkification you already know, but when you are using some methods, you have to be very careful about this bulkification. So any method will be there, and it will tell you like, okay, this was the reason. So these looks very easy, but yeah, normally we forgot about it whenever you are doing. I have seen this too. CRUD and FLS, like normally when we are updating it or when we are accessing from the query, using the query, or whenever we are doing this, we already forgot about it. We don't check like, is it creatable, is it editable, is it updatable or not. So it can give us the issue. You just have to write that if conditions, or some similar like in SQL we use with security enforced, right? So these type of things will will get the trust in the code, and Salesforce security review will pass it, right? And last two is very easy. You just have to remember it and put it back. This was the third option that I was saying, cross-site referencing, right? So cross-site scripting, when you are writing cross-site scripting, if you can see, there is a variable current page.parameter.userParam. There are multiple variable where foo. The second variable is also there, right? And in which someone write this attacker dot this, right? So attacker has an option, and they can always update any values there, right? So if you are writing, normal variable HTML variables in the VF page or somewhere, attacker can attack it. But if you are writing, like I'm just giving an example, if you are writing an VF page, so in VF page, if you write apex output text, what will done? Any text will be automatically taken care by Salesforce security. So that's why no one will be able to update anything in this variable. So yeah, always try to use Salesforce's standard variables, standard parameters. So it will give you a full confidence also, or it can also prevent you from any attack, right? So it was an example, like, someone was using this, and but when we use this was get saved. I cannot, because of the timing, because I have only 20 minutes, so that's why I cannot show you how it is happening. But I'm just giving an example. These type of things can be vulnerable, or it can get you failed in the AppExchange security review, right? Last one is, you have to be very careful when you are redirecting from one URL to another URL. If you are going to outside the Salesforce, you have to be very careful about that. You can just search this option, manage redirection to external URLs. There will be multiple solutions available on Salesforce. So I will not go into the detail. Okay, now when you're ready about it, what you can do, you can go to this site, security-mysalesforce.site.com/source scanner. So it is a Salesforce scanner provided by Salesforce. Because you already have a partner already in which you already build a package. When your package is ready, automatically this and you will log in into the same detail. So the package ID will be there. and you will be able to submit a scan. Sometimes it take around 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes it take only 2 minutes. Sometimes it can take 1 hour also. And the after this submission, so you can see here, it's very simple, right? Go to this site, check for the source scanner, choose, because you are logging with the same that partner org. So obviously the package is ready, so you will choose the package org, you will choose the version, and you will always choose this security and quality both. So we are checking the quality also, and we are checking the security also. And click on submit a scan. So what it will do, it will generate a report in XML and HTML, both format. So you can check that report, in which it will tell you what exactly it is. In the next screen, I will try to show you. And when you will submit, after some time, it will be available. The report will be available. So this is somehow, how you are doing it. So on the same page, there is an office hour option also. In the office hour, there are multiple options. So one is like, if you are talking about, you have some issue in, partner org, or, you have anything related to before submitting the questions, you can do that. If your app is getting rejected, you can go to the engine question and you can ask what was the reason why it has happened, or you can ask why my app got rejected, and they will tell you. So you have to schedule a time with them, and on the same time you will connecting with them, and these are okay. So on the SIM partner security portal, there are options: security scanner, office hours. So that's our showing security scanner is there, office hours is there, right? If you are saying like before going into that, how I can be very clear about it. So in VS Code itself, what you can do, you can use install this extension Salesforce Code Analyzer, right? Or if you are using, you can say any CI/CD pipeline, you can use PM2 source in there. So that's why what it will do, it will try to check everything, Apex, JavaScript, Lightning. Here, PMD will check the Apex code, and it will tell you or give you the report what exactly is the reason. Also, it will it will try to be very clear about it, what exactly is Salesforce security. So, and it will give you the option. So that is one. The last one that we were using right now in that page, right? This one is Checkermax. So that is Checkmarx. Checkmarx is Salesforce provided, and it will give you a full report. These Salesforce Code Analyzer, PMD Source Code Analyzer, can give you one by class, or trigger by trigger, or word by word, right? But this one is basically the pure submission, and after the completion, it will give you whole results. So these are 4 types of tools that we can use. PMD can be used on CI/CD pipeline. Salesforce Code Analyzer, you can install it. PMD can also be used on VS Code. So VS Code can be used, Salesforce Code Analyzer, and PMD code can be used on, you can say, VS Code also. And source code scanner, we will use it or when you are submitting. So you can, before submitting also, you can go onto this page and you can submit that. It will not impact your security review or something. It will give you just report, so that from that report you will know like what exactly is the error, what exactly is the violation beforehand, right? Okay. Now it is like we are in the end, so it is just an example, like if I have uploaded something, right? As you can see, this is a live example. So I have uploaded on 16th of May, right? On that May, it took around 2 hours, right? As you can say. And there are some reports. So in that reports, it is checking everything, right? So it is checking delete also. This means I was writing some DML and I have not checked it is deletable or not. So I have not checked for permission. I've just deleted it. So that's why it is giving me. Similarly, I am using some fields, but I don't know that field we can use, we can use to edit it or update it. So similar type of issue is happening for updates and creates and updates. Similarly, it is checking for test methods, test class with no methods, right? Similarly, it is also checking bulk effects that I was telling you, right? So this type of report will be ready in PDF and HTML, and in which when you will go to that page, it will tell you like, okay, on what line the error is there. So it is always giving you the very good help. It is always giving you, the reason, like, okay, what was the reason that I identified it, right? So from there you can get the idea. Okay, now let's see. If they're asking like, there are too many issues. So what I give them issue, like, why this is an error. So, I have, this is a false positive. False positive is like, basically a scanner is telling like this is an issue, and we are saying like we have the issue, we have the problem, right? So if we can fix that issue, we can fix like, okay, have been fixed and valid. if you are saying like, they are saying like, okay, why, it is, why FLS update is there. So I'm saying like, okay, these objects are not intended for user consumption. They were never exposed to user directly. So these type of issues, like, I'm trying to tell them like, what is the reason I have not used it? Or, if there were, you can say, some issue like with sharing, without sharing. So maybe I have to change it, or maybe I have to give the reason, what was the reason I did that, right? So this is basically on which lines you get the error, and I'm just giving them the explanation, what was the, like, can I fix it, or why I cannot fix it. So this is a false positive report. This is a simple table, and in which we are just putting this line, right? Nothing else, nothing extra. We are just giving the options like, okay, this was the reason that I did, or I will tell them like, okay, this is the reason, like it is, it is getting fixed, or it is getting deployed. So like, I will give you one real life example. So let me just give you 1 second. Let me just check. So I am just, yeah.
So before interrupting you, Saif, just a soft reminder, we just have 5 minutes left.
Yeah. I'm in the exactly last topic. So basically, only 2 minutes I will require. Then I will take the questions if there's.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just 1 second. So I'm just giving an example of like, false positive, real time false positive reports. So suppose they have given us an issue like, why you are using class in system mode. So I tell them like, my process is basically not on the user base, it is on the system base. Why? Because any user can click on that button and they will try to use my app, so I don't have to use. Similarly, they are saying like, why there is a DML or CRUD operation without FLS. I'm just clicking there. They are app specific custom object. If they will have the permission set, they can only use it. So I'm using I'm using them the example why it is there, why it is why it is not there. Suppose they are asking like for SQL injection, I'm telling them like, okay, this parameter will be only used by LWC. It will not be used by or it is only used by trigger. It is not used by any custom validations, right? So these type of things will be done by false positive. You will have the answer. If you don't know the answer, go to the office hours and they will give you the options, right? So when you are submitting for security review, so you just have to check what exactly is the app, then in which you have to upload that false positive report. You have to upload that scanner report also, and then they will take around 1 to 2 weeks basically for submissions. They will take maybe 4 to 6 weeks also for the rejection or approval, and hopefully it will get approved. Otherwise they will get the reason why it got rejected. You can book for appointment hour, and you will be able to do that. So these were the questions that I was telling you. There will be technical design. You have to give them all the ideas, what Salesforce token you are using, what web application you are using, and all the details, and you will be done, right? So these were the details. In the end, you just have to prepare first, then you have to submit, right? So this was the last, you can say. I was in very fast mode, but yeah, this was the last thing, like you have to be very careful about. In the end, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much for this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. It will be.
We have 3 minutes if you have.
Yeah, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
In a recent update, Salesforce introduced FLS with the DML operation. For example, when I'm inserting or updating a record, I can simply write insert as user. So does it still require CRUD validation before I perform?
Yes. So at least you have to write that, before that. If it is not written there, you are not using that recent one, it will always give you the idea. To be very clear, or to be very careful about it, what you can do, you can submit for the review without going that. If checkmarks is not detecting that, it is okay. Normally it is not detecting now, but yeah, if it is detecting, you have to be.
If PMD Apex Analyzer does not detect it as a validation, so I think
Then no, PMD is not very good in that.
source
Checkmarks is
code
more
analyzer as well.
powerful.
Source code analyzer.
No, so you have to upload on checkmarks first, and then we'll see. Normally, I have seen it is not detecting now also in checkmarks, but yeah, to be very careful, you have to do that.
Thank you.
Any other questions, please?
No, I have a question. If you are if we are developing an app that's integrating with another external system, what kind of report we have to submit?
Just tell them like which authentication thing you are using, like what type of authentication you are using, or 2 or 0.0 or anything. Like only that integration part they are very careful. Like how you are doing the integration. That's it.
So don't we have to submit the Chimera report as well?
No, I have not done it. So I have just given that the coding like OR 2.0 thing, like how I was using it. So because I was using OR 0.0, that's at the time, I've just updated it and it was working fine. If recently it has happened, I have to check and let's see. Right now, I don't like. Before that, I was not updating anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Saif, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, happy weekend. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.
Okay.